Hello, I'm Panos Kotsothanasis, and this is Asian Movie Pulse Interviews. Today I'm here with JL Burgos, whose film Alipato At Muog, or In Flying Embers, as is the English title, In Flying Embers and the Fortress. I'm sorry, just screened in Cinemalaya. How are you, JL?
I'm doing fine. We're doing some screenings here in the Philippines right now.
Okay. So how is it going with those screenings?
We're traveling to regions. We're screening in the regions, provinces here in the Philippines. So we've been doing that for a few months now.
And how is the reaction of the audience?
It's good. So far, it's been good, and at least there's people watching it. At least, yeah.
Okay, okay. So I guess the first question is inevitable. How is the research going about your brother? What point are you at the moment?
Right now,
Yeah.
the court cases are already done. We lost the criminal case against one army major.
Mm-hmm.
We lost the case, and all of the other cases are resolved. But up to this moment, we're still looking for my brother, and there's no more update up to this moment.
Mm, mm. So regarding the rest of the disappearance, so all the people who went to court, did they lose their case, the families of the people who disappeared, or did anyone win in court?
Yes, there's a case of the two UP students, Sherlyn Cadapan and Karen Empeño. The suspect was convicted of kidnapping or abducting the two UP students. His name is General Palparan, and he's still in jail right now. He was given a reclusion perpetua here in the Philippines, which means the highest possible punishment for him. Ano?
Mm.
He's a general, and he's still in jail right now. But unfortunately, after the court convicted him, the two UP students who are missing is still missing up to this very moment.
Oh, but how does the court justify the fact that there are no convictions? What does the decision say?
The court said for this case, the Sherlyn Cadapan and Karen Empeño case, the court said that it is General Palparan who mastermind and abducted those two UP students.
But in your case, what did they say? That they know not much evidence, or what did they say?
No, in our case, there's two case. One is the writ of amparo and writ of habeas corpus. Those two are we were given a favorable decision by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said the Philippine Army is responsible and accountable. Even the Philippine National Police are responsible and accountable. So the Supreme Court ordered us, or at least ordered the Commission on Human Rights to continue to investigate our case, and the Commission on Human Rights was able to identify one Army Major. His name is Major Harry Balyaga. So we filed a criminal case. So that's the third one, the criminal case. We filed the criminal case at the Regional Trial Court. So it was tried for how many? I forgot for how long the court case continued, but eventually the court said that uh, the we don't have enough proof to convict the army major. Remember, in my documentary, there's a case where the witness wasn't able to testify in the court. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's the case I'm referring to. So
Ah,
we lost that case, and yeah. So right now, we don't have cases anymore filed at the courts.
mm, mm. How did you felt when this decision came out? Was it shocking for you?
Yeah, we were really hoping because we believe that we have a very strong case. No, we have documentary evidence. We have testimonial evidences that points to the military. But unfortunately, our lone witness who were able to identify the the abductor wasn't able to testify, so we lost the case. So that was devastating for me and for my whole family.
Mm. What happened to him? You, the witness.
The suspect, the
Yeah.
witness, the witness was uh, he was there's a it's a very long story. That's why I'm trying to edit it in my mind. But to make it short, he went to he went to the witness protection program of the Commission on Human Rights, and he didn't feel safe while he was there, and uh, escaped the witness protection program. And since then, we weren't able to contact him, so we
Ah.
don't know where he is right now.
Mm. And these disappearances continue to happen in the
Yeah.
Philippines?
Yes, yes. Actually, last month, if I'm not mistaken, there's another activist who was abducted, and is still missing. I think that's the 15th case of the during the current president. No, the current president sits for 2 years now already. Sat for 2 years now. So in a span of 2 years, there's already 15 cases of disappearances.
Oh, okay. And do you think this is like kind of coalition between the government and the army, or is the army working on their own? What is your opinion after researching the topic so much?
There's a pattern actually during my brother's time when he was abducted in the current surge of enforced disappearance here in the Philippines. The pattern is during 2006, my brother again was abducted in 2007. The UN Special Rapporteur on Extrajudicial Killings came here to the Philippines to investigate extrajudicial killings. So the UN Special Rapporteur, his name is Philip Alston. Anyway, his exit statement said that the Philippine state, the Philippine government is involved in extrajudicial killings. So after that, after his statement, uh, the extrajudicial killing stopped, but the enforced disappearances, there are many enforced disappearances after his statement. So let me just clarify that Philippines is not a signatory of the International Convention Against Enforced Disappearances. So they cannot investigate the Philippines, the international community cannot investigate enforced disappearances here in the Philippines because we're not even a signatory of it. So after the extrajudicial killings investigation during 2006, the surge of enforced disappearances happened. So that was including my brother, the two UP students that I was talking about. Okay, fast forward to this to the present time. No, the Philippines is known of about our former president who is being investigated by the International Criminal Court for killing drug suspects. Right. Therefore, there's extrajudicial killing investigation that's been happening right now. So since there's an investigation of extrajudicial killings, the surge of enforced disappearances went up also.
Mm.
So, it's the same pattern. If the international community is looking at the Philippines on extrajudicial killings, the extrajudicial killings stopped, or not really stopped, or at least it got toned down, but the enforced disappearances goes up.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And so, usually, what kind of people do they get abducted? I mean, why do you think your brother got abducted? Was it because what happened with the farmers, his work on their case, or was it something else?
The Philippine government is very paranoid of activists, no? Uh, Remember, our history has a very strong strong movement of people doing protest and even ousting presidents, no? There's two instances here in the Philippines where the Philippine president were ousted by protests. So the Philippine government is very paranoid against activists. So I think the state is usually targeting outspoken activists who are very famous or at least very effective in what they're doing, no? So they're the number one who are being targeted right now.
Mm, mm. And okay, I'm sorry to ask this question, but are you still hopeful about your brother? Do you think that you will find him at some point, or do you think he's dead, or I don't know? Sorry to ask this question, but
We've been asked by that several times, so we have usually answers for that. But for me, logically, honestly speaking, and logically speaking, I don't think he's still alive because he's been missing for 17 years. It would be very expensive for those who abducted him to maintain to keep him alive because
mm,
that's a very long time. So logically, I think I don't think he's still alive. I'm not sure if we can still find him, but we're still hopeful to find him in whatever state he's in.
mm, mm,
But there's always a hope in me and my family that one day, someday, that we will be seeing him
mm,
in
mm,
what we're saying. We were still hoping that he's still alive, but we will see. I don't think that's logically that we will find him
mm,
alive.
mm. But you will continue researching, I guess, for until you
Yes,
have a result. Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Okay. And let me ask you about something else that drew my attention in your film. Those people that were kidnapped and then were released. What is the case with them? Because they seem to go like in favor of their kidnappers, essentially, in like those press conferences. So to tell me a bit about them.
Yes, there's two activists. Actually, there's uh, those two young activists that I've shown in my film. They're just one of them. There are other cases where some of them escaped also. Initially, as what you've said, they agreed to what the state or the Philippine Army said to them, no, they're signing affidavits that they're like surrendering rebel communist rebels, no.
Mm,
So there's always there's always if you don't agree, you might get disappeared forever, no. If you sign, there's chances of you to be for you to be surfaced. So that's what the other uh, activists did, yeah.
mm,
Some of them even continued to be assets of the Philippine Army and the Philippine National Police.
mm, mm. But how do you feel about them? Are you angry at them? I don't like.
No, no, it's a matter of survival. For me, the number one thing that you can do for you to survive is do anything what the abductors are saying.
Mm,
So that's the first step, I think.
mm, Okay, okay. And to talk about the film more specifically, but tell me a bit, how did this whole thing started? I guess you were very young when you started recording, right?
Not really young, but younger,
Like,
younger now,
yeah,
younger.
a long time ago, anyway,
No,
yes.
yeah. Uh, uh, I've been doing films. Even my brother was abducted, so we've been shooting from the very first day. Actually, the second day after Jonas was abducted, we've been shooting already because not really for doing a documentary, but for evidence and for documentation purposes.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, I know that I will make a film eventually, no? But it took us 17 years because honestly, we were hoping to have a happy ending. Honestly, I was looking for a happy ending because I think that's the perfect ending if we find my brother, no? But unfortunately, 17 years after, he's still missing. So I think I really have to make the film.
Mm,
One of the one of the trigger why I decided to finally finish the film is there's a young activist who doesn't know my brother. So I was able to talk to her, and she told me that she doesn't know the case of my brother. So that was a few years back. So at that time, I've realized that I think I need to finish this film, even if we cannot find my brother still.
mm, mm. how was the editing process? Must have been very hard with all the material you had, I guess.
Yeah, that's the hardest part for me because aside from there's a lot of materials, I have a lot of tapes. We were shooting analog back then, so we were doing mini DV at that time. So we have a bunch of materials. We have to digitize it, no? Then after digitizing it, there's a lot of materials in it, and there's a lot of things. There's a lot of stories that wasn't even part of the film already after I edited it. So the hardest part is keeping it short and keeping it concise. The film is runs around 1 hour and 36 minutes, and that's the hardest part to keep it down in that time frame. No, so
Mm.
that's the hardest part. Another hard part is when I was doing the no no when I was watching the clips or the videos that that we shot is it puts me back to the to that same moment where desperation, anger, sadness. So it puts the frustration. So it's like I went back in time to feel the same thing again. No? That's the hard part. So it took me more than a year, at least a year of editing. So during there are moments when I was editing the film, I would I have to stop because I'm having these breakdowns. I'm becoming so emotional, so I have to stop again and do the process again. And yeah, it's like a circus. No? It's like a roller coaster to be precise. No?
Mm.
So
Mm. Mm.
the emotions are high, low, and everything.
I get it, I get it. But you also chose an approach that it's like it's not just the typical documentary with people talking. You have animation there, you have some more cinematic elements. So why did you choose to do it like that?
From the very start, when I pitched my film in Cinemalaya to Cinemalaya, the animation is the concept of including animation in the film is already there. So from the very start, the animation is part of the part of the concept already because as you can see if you notice the animation are my feelings. So it's within my head. It's within it's within me. It's very those emotions are very hard to express if I'm just going to say it. No. So instead of saying it, instead of me shouting, cursing, or instead of verbalizing it, I would rather see it in a visual form. And I'm also a painter. I'm a painting major, so I'm a visual artist before I became a filmmaker. So animation is the very common. That's the logical thing for me to do because I also love animation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Uh,
So animation is a device for me to express feelings that it's hard for me to say.
okay, okay. And how did your family felt when they saw the documentary? I guess they have seen it by now.
Oh yeah, yeah, they did. If you notice, there's a lot of Burgos in the credits, no? Because
Mm-hmm.
my brother is the animator. He's a better visual artist than me, so I asked for his help. Of course, he got paid, but my eldest sister is a line producer of the film. So my nephew is my co-writer because I want another perspective, a younger perspective. She's also a writer, so I asked for her help, and eventually she became a co-writer to have a perspective, a younger perspective, and perspective outside of the the brothers sisters of Jonas, no. So those people who were able to see the film, they are the only family members who was able to watch the film before the premiere.
Ah, okay, okay.
But still, uh, when they saw the film, it's not yet done, no. So
Mm,
there are snippets and even the ending, they don't know how it will end, but they have at least a clue what the film is about. So the premiere night, I invited the whole family. We did not invite media. We didn't invite other personalities. So I just invited my family during the first day of Cinemalaya.
Mm.
So I specifically invited only them for it to be like a family viewing. Of course, it's a commercial viewing. So, but I only invited them. So when they first watched the film, they were when the lights came on, they were sobbing and very emotional, and it's very hard for them it's very hard for me to look at them because they're very emotional.
Mm-hmm. I
Even
get.
even
Mm.
the wife and the daughter of Jonas, that was their first time. My mother also, that was her first time to watch the film. My other nephew, my other sister. So
Mm.
yeah.
Mm. Okay, okay. But how did the funding work for the film? Did you get?
The Sigmalaya and Film Development Council of the Philippines funded the film.
Mm.
Uh, because we are part of the main competition, we were given funds by Cinemalaya and Film Development Council of the Philippines. But it's like a grant, no? But it's not that big, no? To tell you honestly, so we funded it myself.
Mm.
My I have a production house, Pulang Langgam. We've decided not to look for producers because we don't want them to have a say in the film. We would rather fund it because we want everything there to be true and no influence from outside because uh, it's very political as you might as you can see also, no? So we don't want those limitations. So uh, we funded the film by ourselves.
Mm. Okay, okay. And what is your opinion of the Filipino movie industry at the moment?
Philip, first, uh, documentary films here in the Philippines are marginalized, but the documentary films that are being produced here in the Philippines are very good. I would say, but the support of the Philippine government to these filmmakers are not that. How do I say this? I'm trying to edit myself, no, but when we say independent films here in the Philippines, it's marginalized more so to the documentary filmmakers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so but honestly, the documentary films coming from the Philippines are good. I think it's I would say the golden era of documentary filmmaking here in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Independent films are also the other feature films are also very good. I also believe that the Filipinos are very good storytellers. What we're lacking are funds.
Mm-hmm.
So the support of the Philippine government is not that high. No, they've been saying they want to support, but the taxes are so high. No subsidies. So
Well, I mean, it would be weird if the government supported a film like yours, you know, it would be, if you think about it, you know.
that's the funny thing, no? Because Sinimalaya and FDCP is under the
Yeah,
office of the president.
yeah,
So technically, they're funding me
yeah.
to say something about the government.
Okay, yeah, well, that's weird. Okay, okay. All right. And the last
I,
question, please, please.
I was also given an X rating by the government, no?
Ah, really?
Unfortunately, yes. When we applied for the permits to have it screened publicly, we were given an X rating initially.
Mm,
But the we protested. We filed for review. A lot of film industry personalities supported us. Even a lot of people who I don't know supported us. So eventually, it was given an R16.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But
So we were
if it had the X thing, what would it mean for the? It couldn't screen in. How does that mean for its screening?
here in the Philippines. If you were given an X rating, it's technically banning the film for public viewing.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. All right. And maybe future projects? Are you working in any new film after this, or what are you doing?
Yeah, there are several projects that I am planning to do. It's secret as of now, but
Hmm.
yeah, but right now we're also doing the as what I said a while ago. We were we are doing we're having a tour
Hmm.
for Alipato at Muog, and that's the priority right now.
Okay, but will you continue in documentaries, you think, or go animation or something like that?
Uh, there the possibilities are endless right now because I will do documentary. I've been a documentary filmmaker for so long now, but I also want to explore other genres. Animation would be good also, but it's expensive and
Hmm.
it's time consuming also. So, but let's see.
Okay, okay. Well, I guess that's it. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Panos. Thank you also for Asian Movie Pause for this interview and for including Alipato at Muog at the your top 15 best Asian documentaries. Thank you.
Thank you. You
Really
are welcome.
appreciate.
You are welcome. Okay. Good luck with the film and your brother, I guess, and hope to see
Thank
you in
you.
a
Thank you.
festival somewhere at some point.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. See you later.
Bye bye. Bye. Thanks.